Mixer a few weeks ago, I believe it was the beginning of July, had announced that they are closing down and are partnering up with Facebook Gaming. Now, what has happened since then is I would imagine that a lot of streamers are preparing themselves for the move to either Facebook, move to YouTube, or move to Twitch. And I would imagine that there's talks of maybe contracts with some partners and contracts with some of the streamers that are from Mixer, right? What I want to really emphasize and really bring to the forefront and the light of all this is that I really hope that Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook really takes these streamers seriously. Not only have they've they've been essentially, it's not like fired, but they've been really like, it's to the bare bone of what it is. It's a merger, right? If you look at any company that has like X amount of employees, and then you have another company that has X amount of employees, and then you have a merger with another company to kind of help with the financials, like you know there you end up having two different companies coming into one building. A few people are being laid off, and now you have this one company that does both things, or does the same thing, right? Or you have, let's say, a company that has X amount of branches, and then there's two branches that are super close to each other that we can make it to one branch, and we lay off a few people and they quote unquote save money. What I really hope that YouTube, Twitch, and even Facebook Gaming do is take these streamers very seriously, and really offer them really good contracts, because a lot of the things that they have been working towards is making making a brand for themselves on a platform that they really hoped would excel. Okay, and that's like the biggest thing. They made a brand for themselves on a platform that they would hope would excel. That they would excel themselves, but that also the Mixer platform would excel as well. That kind of mentality in a streamer is really great, because if you look at any kind of company as well, you have people working for your company. You want them to have the inspiration, to have the aspiration to be able to want more for the company, not only for themselves but for the company itself, right? So the company can grow and become bigger than what it is. And that kind of mentality for your streaming platform is going to be really it's going to be really important. It's going to be really good, I think, in my mind. I really hope that the Mixer streamers that are moving to these different platforms have done their due diligence in learning the other platforms, so that they could essentially so that they could learn how the mechanics work of each different platform, which one is really the best for them. Let's say if you're doing YouTube, like putting your whole your whole live stream as a YouTube video after it's done, like that's not a bad idea to do, right? And then you still have like your highlights and stuff like that. Like that stuff is really good. And then when you have like Twitch, which is more based, and these are like the main differences, right? When you have Twitch, you have like a clip system, you have an emote. I'm not sure, like an emote culture that people use that are different than what YouTube is. And then finally, when you have Facebook, like you have this a completely different culture where you're essentially people don't have like accounts, or maybe they do, but they don't have accounts that are like their username, right? People have accounts that are their real name, where people can find their real life pictures, and like it kind of separates the entire anonymity, the anonymous side of Twitch chatting or YouTube chatting, right? You can say whatever you want and not have any kind of ramifications for what you have said on a Twitch chat or YouTube chat, or even YouTube comment. Okay, so here is an article by Tom Warren. Microsoft is shutting down Mixer and partnering with Facebook Gaming. It's a strategic move for the future of xCloud. Interesting. Microsoft is closing its Mixer service on July 22nd and plans to move existing partners over to Facebook Gaming. The surprise announcement means Mixer partners and streamers will be transitioned to Facebook Gaming starting today, and Microsoft will no longer operate Mixer as a service in a month's time. Interesting. Okay. Microsoft has struggled to reach the scale Mixer needed for Mixer to compete with Twitch, YouTube, and even Facebook Gaming, which has led to today's decision. I really feel like I don't believe this. Microsoft has struggled to reach the scale needed for Mixer to compete with Twitch, YouTube, and even Facebook Gaming. Okay. So what is behind Mixer or Microsoft? Microsoft really doesn't have anything behind itself other than the whole Microsoft computers and stuff like that, which is pretty big in itself. Twitch has Amazon behind it, YouTube has Google behind it, and then Facebook is its own entity, which is Facebook Gaming has Facebook behind it. Now, what I would think is that Microsoft could compete with all three of those platforms. I would argue that Mixer is able to compete with Facebook Gaming's streaming service as well. I would feel like I feel like it's kind of weird for them to say that that they struggled to reach the scale. Mixer hasn't been around for too long. When was Mixer released? For 4 years, January the 5th, 2016. January the 5th, 2016. I feel like they could have done a lot more. They could have gone a lot further with this entire thing. Outlook was only in 2012, right? Outlook has been since 2012, and Outlook hasn't really reached the popularity and scale that Gmail has. So why haven't they closed down Outlook, right? We started pretty far behind in terms of where Mixer's monthly active viewers were compared to some of the big players out there. But see, that's the thing, is that you shouldn't be looking at your company's growth to how other people's growths are, or how people's other scales are. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about something really beautiful, is that stop looking at other people's buildings and really, and like in a cityscape, right? Stop looking at other people's buildings and really start building your own building. Stop looking at how tall or how wide or how many floors or how beautiful other people's buildings are, and start really working on your own building and building your own building. To further to that, stop trying to bring down other people's buildings in order for you to build your own building, right? But in this case, this is like, stop looking at other people's buildings and try to build a building bigger than theirs. Just build your own building. Keep on building your own building. Says Phil Spencer, Microsoft's head of gaming. In an interview with The Verge, I think the Mixer community is really going to benefit from the broad audience that Facebook has through their properties and the ability to reach gamers in a very seamless way through the social platform Facebook has. Microsoft is partnering with Facebook to transition existing Mixer viewers and streamers over to Facebook Gaming in the coming weeks. On July 22nd, all Mixer sites and apps will automatically redirect to Facebook Gaming. Existing Mixer partners will be granted partner status from Facebook Gaming, and any streamers using the Mixer monetization program will be granted eligibility for Facebook's Level Up program. Each viewers with outstanding Ember balances, channel subscriptions, or Mixer Pro subscriptions will receive Xbox gift card credit. Microsoft's choice to partner with Facebook is clearly a strategic one that's also related to broadening its appeal for its upcoming xCloud gaming service and its overall gaming efforts. Microsoft will look closely with Facebook to bring xCloud to Facebook Gaming, allowing viewers to click and immediately play games that people are streaming. It's a vision that's very similar to Google's ambitions with Stadia, but Mixer has lacked the scale and viewership to truly deliver this more broadly. Okay, what is xCloud? Microsoft to launch xCloud. The first paragraph will always tell me. Microsoft is planning to launch its xCloud gaming service and game streaming service in 2020, and the company is expanding to its Windows PCs next year too. My expectation is that it will be generally available in 2020, says Phil Spencer. Microsoft's an interview with Microsoft planning to integrate Project xCloud with Xbox Game Pass next year, allowing players to stream games from the company's subscription service direct from the cloud. I don't think this is going to work out. I don't think that's going to work out. But I don't know too much about what they exactly have in mind or what exactly they have planned. But from what I can read is that they are planning to have a service where if you're watching a game being played and that game is on their streaming service, you are able to play said game through their streaming service through a clickable button on the Facebook streaming site. So my thing is always trying to make it as easy as possible for your customers to consume your content or to consume whatever product you have. And I mean consume as in like purchase your content, purchase whatever it is that exactly you're working with. So let's look at it in a way that they are presenting it to us right now. First, you go from Mixer to Facebook, and now you are now using Facebook as a way to watch your favorite streamers. Okay. So if I am working with let's say that I am working with a streamer and I want to watch them on Mixer. I type in Mixer, and then I forgot that it redirects me to the Facebook gaming streaming service. The streaming service. Okay. Now I'm watching my favorite streamer. That's one step. Now I'm watching my favorite streamer, and they are playing, let's say, Halo, because I would imagine Halo is going to be a game on the Microsoft game streaming service. Now they're playing Halo, and I have to click this button to go to the Microsoft xCloud streaming service, and then. So I guess like if you have to make an account, you already have it I don't know. I guess like it's like 3 levels, almost like 3 levels of disconnect before they can actually enjoy the game streaming service. I feel maybe. I have to see what it does. I have to see how it works. But from the whole Stadia thing, like Stadia didn't work too well. Apparently PS Now was pretty good, but even then you had to like keep it active. Anyways, okay. Where was I? Streaming. Microsoft recruited exclusive streamers like Ninja and Shroud with big deals, but they haven't been enough to get more people using the service over rivals. Ninja, Shroud, and other top streamers are now free to join Twitch or stream on Facebook Gaming, not even bringing up that they can go to YouTube. Ninja, Shroud, and other top streamers are now free to rejoin Twitch or stream on gaming. This should have that they can also go to YouTube. This should have that they can also go to YouTube. This is not good, sir. Mr. Tom Warren. Ninja, Shroud, and other top streamers are now free agents to either rejoin Twitch or begin a streaming career begin a new streaming career on YouTube or Facebook, or stream on Facebook Gaming, or something like that. Microsoft faced a decision between ditching Mixer, selling it off, or even investing more money in without a guarantee it would hit the scale it needs to compete. It wasn't as much about return or sell. It was about finding a partnership that was the best thing for the communities and streamers, explained Spencer. We think this is it, and it gives us a great place to launch more xCloud content and give gamers the ability to play from there. Microsoft has talked about reaching 2 billion gamers with its vision for xCloud, but Mixer wasn't in a strong enough position to help achieve the goal. When we think about xCloud and the opportunity to unlock gameplay for 2 billion players, we know it's going to be critically important. What? When we think about xCloud and the opportunity to unlock gameplay for 2 billion players, we know it's going to be critically important that our streaming service finds large audience, and Facebook clearly gives us that opportunity. Okay. From what I read from this, these guys are crooks, man. These guys, oh man, I don't like Mixer at all. When you're a streamer, it's very hard for you to pick a game that you think will do well in the world of Twitch, especially as a new streamer. Like picking the game that's going to be very popular for your chat, so that they can interact with you, as well as like they enjoy seeing that game. It's very important to pick the games that are very, very good for your stream. A popular game that a lot of people had made their careers off of is Fortnite, right? If you're really good at Fortnite, you're able to build, you're able to do all these things. The audience for Fortnite is a lot bigger than the audience for let's say CSGO, right? Or even what's another good FPS game that's like a battle royale game? Let's say the Darwin Project, or Hyperscape is another game that's coming out right now. Like Fortnite is you have a bigger audience with Fortnite, right? But Fortnite isn't a Microsoft game, right? Fortnite isn't a Microsoft game. If you have something like Halo that is a Microsoft game, like that helps Microsoft in getting revenue for Microsoft, because you have people that are watching the game being played by multiple streamers, and now those viewers would want to now go and buy said game. But with Fortnite, you have people that are watching these games, and they now want to only buy V-Bucks, let's say, right? So what I find it to be really and Epic Games is by EA, right? I just have to research that right now. What I think and what I'm assuming with this paragraph is that they decided to, hey, the heck with all these streamers. I don't care about any of these streamers. I care about my game, and I care about my ability to make money off of my games, right? And the best way to do that is to switch from the hosting of our servers for streamers that are not playing our game to servers that will be hosting our games, so that people can play and buy them, and subscribe to some to literally subscribe to xCloud, so that they could play my game on xCloud. And that way we are not creating any latency on these servers, because we have streamers also streaming from them, and now we have the games being hosted, Microsoft games being hosted on said streaming platform, game streaming platform. Anyways, let's continue. It's not clear exactly what we'll see in xCloud show up in Facebook Gaming, but it's a key part of this new partnership. Microsoft is getting ready to launch xCloud streaming generally later this year, as part of the company's Xbox Pass offering. I don't think we're going to have to wait too long to see the outcome of the collaboration between the two companies to enable its tech for Facebook gaming viewers, reveals Spencer. So yeah, again, there's going to be a feature on Facebook Gaming, a little window or something that says play now, or it says the game that they're playing, and then it says over here play now, right? That's what I'm assuming it'll be. We've seen Microsoft give up on services in the past, like Groove Music with partnership with Spotify, but that partnership wasn't exactly super close or meaningful to end users. Spencer sees this as the beginning of opportunities to run gaming for Microsoft and Facebook. The teams are physically actually close to each other, and we've been to each other's offices, says Spencer. You'll see us continuing to grow this relationship. This will be the beginning of us seeing future opportunity together. I think we have a lot of an alignment between the organizations on areas where the industry is going, and now we can help each other. Microsoft will now keep hold of technology that anyways. Microsoft will keep hold of the technology that has powered the Mixer and supported collaborative and low latency streaming service or streaming features. Microsoft teams will start to use part of this Mixer technology to further improve the real-time interactivity and low latency streaming, and the Mixer developers involved in this will remain at Microsoft to help with the work on Teams. Applying these fan-centric capabilities to new productivity experience will create immersive ways for teams to empower people, teams, and organizations to better engage in virtual gatherings at school, at work, and in school. let me tell you that this, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this. And I'm a Twitch streamer. And I'm not happy with this. Okay? This just shows that there are so many companies that rather put hundreds of thousands of people under the bus in order for them to succeed or try to succeed and fail, possibly fail, at something that they want rather than what the community wants. This makes me want this doesn't make me want to be an Apple thing, but an Apple user. But I'm so disgusted by this that it makes me want to go to Apple. Not even Apple did something this crazy. Like Apple Music, all these Apple things are still running perfectly fine, right? Like why didn't they go to Apple to decide, hey, you know what? We want to host our streaming service, our Twitch streaming service with you guys, and you guys can, own 60% of it. Whatever it is. Whatever business thing that they can actually come up with to make this thing work. But my assumption in reading all of this is that they decided, hey, Twitch streamers that are streaming other games than our Microsoft games, our Twitch streamers that are streaming Microsoft games, we are canceling streaming service so that we could now have a video game service using the servers that you were being hosted on. Anyways, I'm mad. Let's go on to the actual stream. I'm really upset. And I really hope Mixer streamers do not go to Facebook. I really firmly believe that Mixer streamers should not go to Facebook.